everyone. Today we will discuss time complexity as in data structures. Before deep diving into data structures, I think learning about time complexity helps to understand data structures. Time complexity or the big O notion helps to find the efficiency of a program. We will discuss some of the complexity equations, but before deep diving into the equations, or the big O notions, let me tell you that time complexity is always dependent upon four features. One is inserting an element, accessing an element, searching for an element, or deleting an element. These are the four features on which time complexity can be calculated. And time complexity, as the name time, doesn't depend upon the time, whereas it depends upon the number of operations needed to complete an task. So, why is it not dependent on time? Because if we run a program on a supercomputer, it may take less time when compared to running the same program on a normal computer. So, we can state that a program's running time is always dependent upon its underlying hardware. So, time is not considered for time complexity, whereas the number of operations required to complete a task is called time complexity. So, there are multiple equations for calculating the time complexity. Let us deep dive and learn the different equations or the big O notions. First one is the constant time or order of 1 or O of 1. According to this equation, only one operation is required to complete a task, irrelevant to the number of elements present. For example, if we have the size of the elements to be 10 and the operations required to do the task is one operation, then it is called order of 1. If there are 100 elements and one operation is required, still it is order of 1. If there are 1 trillion, 1 billion, whatever it is, if we execute the program in one operation, then it is called order of 1. Example of this would be accessing an element from an array. However long the array can be, accessing would be order of 1 always. Going to the next equation, that is order of log n, O of log n. You would have learned about logarithms in your college days. Let me just remind what is log n. Log n is normally base 10, but as far as I know, it is taken as base 2 for time complexity. So if you want to find out log 8 to base 2, that is we need to power the number, that is 2 power 3 is 8. So if log of 8, for the log of 8, the answer will be 3, because the base is 2 and we raise 2 to the power 3, then the answer would be 8. So it is opposite of exponential. For example, 2 power 3 is 8, but 8 is already given. You need to find the power. That is logarithm. That is how we will find the logarithm. Another example, I have given 2 more examples there. That is log of 9 to base 2 would be 2 power 3. That is 3 point something. Because 2 power 3 is log of 9 is 2 when base is 3. Because 3 square is 9. So that is we are doing opposite of exponential. 3 square is 9, but here 9 is already given and 3 is given. We should tell the result, the power we need to give the exponential power, which is 2 in this case. Again, if you go to another example, which is log 10 and base 10. 10 power 1 is 10. So the answer would be 1. We need to say the exponential. And the graph for this, if you have a look, the graph will increase for the start, like when the elements are less, but it will be it will not increase to that extent when it comes when the number of elements increases. So this is much preferred one when compared to other equations. As you can see here, the graph, this is increasing in the initial stage, that is the number of elements are increasing, but when it goes to a certain extent, the graph is not increasing as much as it has increased in this initial stage. So we can say that this time complexity is good if the number of elements are more. And the next one is linear time. O of n is also called as linear time, which is directly proportional to the number of elements. As the number of elements increases, the number of operations also increases. For example, if you take searching in an array, if there are 10 elements, in worst case, we need to search all the 10 elements. If there are 10,000 elements, again in worst case, we need to search all the 10,000 elements. So this is order of n, where it is the number of operations are dependent upon the number of elements. As the array size increases, the number of searches also increases. This is linear time, which increases as the elements increase. The next one is O of n log n. This is quad logarithmic time. It is a combination of order of n and order of log n. That is order of n multiplied by order of log n. You know what is order of n, you know what is log of n. So this we can say that it is not preferred because it gives very high, as you can see the graph, it increases as the number of elements increase. So this is not preferred equation. The next equation would be order of n square. Polynomial time and order of the last two equations are not preferred because you can see the graph increases drastically with the number of elements increasing. For order of n square, you can see the graph is increasing a lot. So it is, these two equations are not preferred. So this is about time complexity. There are many more equations, but the preferred ones are these. So the mostly preferred ones are order of 1, and that is constant time, and order of log n, that is logarithmic time, and order of n, that is linear time. These are the most preferred time complexity equations. In the next videos, we can discuss about data structures, different type of data structures. And that's it for today. Thank you.